Oh. New Double Special Heroes banner. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. See what they got for us. So this is your boy here, and we are back. Got this new banner here, obviously, and hopefully for my sake, this one doesn't turn out to be too crazy, because just look at my orb count and cry in a quarter, man. The Ingrid and Nana combo and then the Brave banner back-to-back really just drained all of my orbs. So let's break this banner down. Let's take a look at it color by color and see if this is a good one. So starting things off on red, we have the Valentine Dimitri. Pretty good fodder unit overall. He's got Haze Slice, he's got Excel, and Shadow Shift, all of which are pretty good skills to inherit on just about anyone who can get him for the most part. Primarily melee types, but Shadow Shift can be given to a couple of good supporters. So he seems pretty good as a fodder unit. As far as like combat goes, I've never been the biggest fan of this Dimitri. He's not terrible by any means. He's certainly a useful unit. I have seen him actually put in a little bit of work on some Aether Raids replays, but I don't know. I feel like the Valentine Edelgard was just a better version of the extra action type of unit, and this guy, unfortunately, doesn't really compete with her all that well. He does use the Sigurd Ring pretty good, though, because he gets the +1 movement. Unless he already gets that. No, he already gets it, so forget I said anything. Yeah, I thought he did, so he's got that. Okay, next up we have Malice over here, who... Okay, yeah, that's not looking too good for fodder. Just attack and speed prime and attack speed spiked wall. I guess Gust is okay, but most of the units that want to use Gust already come with it nowadays. Like, they just come out of the box with Gust. So, not too impressive fodder. I don't recall this unit being, like, that spectacular either. Yeah, she's giving dodge and nullify penalty support. Dodge is whatever. Nullify penalties is on a lot of units right now, so even that's not that crazy. And then she does power up based on Dragon Flowers and all that. So I would say a unit that's not really going to do much for you here. She was on the Johanna Mercenary banner, if I'm not mistaken. So red, I guess Dimitri's good for fodder, but there is actually a copy of this guy in the Divine Code shop at the moment. So you could just pick that up and then give all his skills to an arcane hero. And then you don't even really need to summon him anymore. So there's that to consider. Okay, next up on blue, we have the Duo Plumeria here. Now, this is a very good unit and pretty much the best dancer in the game. I like this unit. It's just that I feel like dancers right now don't have much of a place. And it's mainly because the offensive units now just get so many free actions that it doesn't even matter. Like, having a dancer just feels irrelevant to me when I could just use another unit to provide more support, more damage potential, and so on and so on. But this unit does have one very good thing going for them, which is that they can re-enable Kanto after dancing. They do this massive debuff with Frozen and Sabotage and the stat drops. And they also have a drive exposure. It's kind of like exposure where they give the +10 damage to allies in, I think it's 3 columns and 3 rows. But it's better because it doesn't count as a actual status effect exposure. Although I guess the status effect in some cases is better. If we're talking about like Baby Camilla, who would eat well off of the enemies having another penalty effect, like that could be better, but for the most part, I think just like the drive +10 damage is pretty good anyway. So this is a very good unit and certainly a unit to consider summoning for if you don't have them. But I feel like the Brave Sharena actually fills a similar role to them where she's just an action refresher. Like you can use her in tandem with the Baby Camilla or whoever your offensive unit is and just refresh their actions a bunch of times that way. So, yeah, a good unit, but right now I feel like they fill the same role as Brave Sharena on an offense team for Aether Raid's offense. So right now I'm not really like super keen on them. Okay, next up we have the Johanna Ike, who is also just like Dimitri. He is in the Divine Code shop, so if you wanted to duplicate all of this wonderful fodder that he's got, you just pick up the Code Shop copy and then duplicate his skills onto an Arcane or Attuned hero, and you're Gucci. You don't need any more copies of him. So, yeah, I mean, he does have great fodder. He's the only unit with Lagoo's Loyalty. Times Pulse Edge is pretty good. Distant Bonus Doubler is okay. There are better distant bonus or distant skills now with the ones that we got on Burger King with the, like, form condition. I think those are better. But yeah, it's still pretty good. Distant bonus doubler regardless. So he's not bad for fodder. He's okay as a unit too. He gives some pretty nice support. He gives like frozen support. He gives null panic, and he can work as an omni tank, but I don't know. I'm not really the biggest fan of him right now either, honestly. So mainly just a fodder pull. Overall, though, blue is looking pretty good. We got a good fodder unit and a good usage unit there. Okay, next up on green, we've got the Valentine Edelgard, who is still... I've been using this unit ever since she came out. She's like my go-to Aether Raids offense unit. Paired up with Baby Camilla, they pair up so well, because Edelgard's got a lot of debuffs on her... Where is it? It's either on her weapon or her B skill. It's on her B skill. She does exposure and sabotage after ending her turn. So you can hit a bunch of enemies with that, make them weaker, and then allow Baby Camilla to just tear right through all of them. So yeah, very good. Also, like, Baby Camilla takes out their Warp Bubble unit, and then Celica Ring, Valentine Edelgard swoops in and pretty much cleans up all the rest of the stragglers after Camilla has taken out the near save and so on. So yeah, just a very, very powerful unit overall. Fodder is okay. Assault Rush is... I mean, you can certainly live without it. It's nice on armored units, but you don't really need it. Sly Sturdy Blow is okay, but most units prefer Sly Swift Sparrow for the speed. Although, like, on tanky units, of course, the defense would be appreciated. And then Armored Blaze is okay, but there's a lot of other units to get that from. So, mainly a unit you would want to pull just to use her, and I think she is a very good unit if you don't have her. But, worth going for right now, once again, I feel like the Brave Sharena fills her role kind of as a good partner to the Baby Camilla, where she's got debuffs, she's got Res Shackle and Speed Shackle, and then she refreshes Camilla's action. So it would be better to attack more times with Camilla as opposed to attacking with somebody else, because there's not really anyone that hits as hard as Camilla. So yeah, a very good unit, but once again, I feel like the Brave banner has kind of given us a replacement. Okay, next up we have the New Year Hresvelger, a very cool and awesome unit up until the release of Baby Camilla. Oh my god, dude, they just, like, it was so wrong of them to do that. Like, just release Baby Camilla, who's better than Hresvelger in every single way. She sets up the tiles, she's got pass, she warps so far in, and then she's got the same uncapped true damage that this Hresvelger's got. Yeah, both Hresvelger and Baby Camilla don't have a cap on their true damage potential. So these are units that can hit really hard. And I actually would say this is a unit that could be valuable to pick up if you don't have her. But at the same time, if you've got Baby Camilla, then maybe you don't really need this unit. So I don't know. It's really going to come down to your own preference. As far as fodder goes, we've got Nimble Beast, Attack and Speed Fortune, and Bestial Assault. All very interesting beast skills, but there's not really a lot of beast units that want to play this strategy besides her. Like a lot of attack and speed stacking, and then like a speed... Well, Nimble Beast, I think, works off defense too. Is this the one? No, this is not the one that does speed or defense. There is a beast skill. I can't remember the name of that one. Basically, it checks off of your speed or defense so that you can use it on a lot of different variety of beast types. But this one is only for speed. Yeah, it's still a good skill, though, for your speedy beast types if you're building any of them. But, yeah, mainly this kit would be valuable to Hresvelger herself, and whether or not you want to go for her, that's going to be up to you. But I would say green is a very strong color here. It's just that we do have alternative options to those two green units. And then finally, on Colorless, we have the New Year Haythrun here, who is a pretty strong unit overall. She does have the Nectar support, which is very nice. She has a lot of AoE damage. She can be a high-scoring option for Arena as well if you get a lot of merges on her. So that could be a thing. And then she's got Attacking Res Discord for debuffing, or you could give her Havoc instead if you prefer that. And then Crystalline Water is okay, but I mean, there's a lot of different directions you can go in with this unit if you want to give them like close counter, or if you want to give them something for more DPS, like that's an option. But Crystalline Water tanking their defense on a unit like this that would probably want to tank with defense, maybe not the best idea. Although it's obvious to see why they did it, because they wanted her to use Blazing Specials. But I still feel like Ice Wall at this point would be a better idea, and then run like some kind of ace skill that's not tanking her defense like that. So a good unit, nothing really bad to say about them. It's just that I feel like right now the Summer Wraithrun is probably better. Like, her being melee is a little better. She's got better stat placement. Her weapon and skills are a little bit better. So a good unit, just not quite as up-to-date as the current Summer Wraithrun. And then finally, we've got Bunny Aether over here. So another one of these beast units, just like Hresvelgar, but let's see here. Let me refresh my memory on this unit. So she's got a 3-row and 3-column debuff here. Guard, all stats -5 on those foes, and then she basically duplicates their penalties if they have one. It inflicts a penalty on those foes, stats equal to, and grants a bonus to foes' combat target. Wait, what? This is worded so horribly. Hold on. If those foes have bonuses, inflicts a penalty on those foes' stats, and grants a bonus to foes' combat targets. Why did they word it like that? What the hell? Why not just say your allies, right? Like, I think I made this same joke when she came out, too. That does seem to ring a bell. And then people were like, oh, because if such and such condition is met, then it has to be worded this way. Bro, I don't care. I'm not a lawyer. Like, I'm not card sharking people about this. It's like, just make it easier to understand. Don't make it, like, technically correct. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so she's got all that going on. She's got the debuff in 3 columns and 3 rows. She's got some speed-based DR on the enemy's first and brave attack. Got a lot of stats going on there. She gets the beast transformation for cavalry types. Let's look at her ace skill real quick. Okay, unconditional transformation. You get some stats there. Okay. Alright, yeah, she seems okay. She doesn't seem like anything to break the bank over, but yeah, and her fodder, she doesn't even have a complete kit either. She has a unique ace skill and then just bestial agility. Isn't that the same one that is on this unit over here? Okay, no, it's not. She has bestial assault, and then this one's got bestial agility. So, yeah, I guess whichever of those two you prefer. Oh, this is the skill. These are the skills that check speed and defense. It's not a special. It's the B slot passives. They check for either speed or defense, so you can use them on a speedy or a defensive beast type unit, and you don't have to worry too much about, like, okay, I'm pulling this fodder, but it's only for fast type units and so on. So yeah, overall, Colorless looks not as good as, I would say. First place definitely goes to blue. Or does it go to green? That's close. Green and blue are pretty close. And then I would say in second place, maybe I would put Colorless over red. But then, like, Dimitri's fodder is probably better than anything you can get on Colorless. So, yeah, this one, focus on blue and green, I guess, if you're summoning. But let's go ahead and do our freebie here. Let's see what we get. Okay, I would try to get Plumeria, I guess, because I don't have her. She would be my most wanted unit on this banner. And that is not her. So, yeah, that's pretty much how things go. My luck has been awful lately. But there ain't nothing you can do about that. Hopefully you guys are going to have better luck if you decide to go in. But my consensus on this banner is a lot of these units, while good, and can still certainly get the job done, we actually do have some valid replacement or straight up better options that you can go for now. So, yeah, that would be my conclusion on this banner. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And this is your boy Tacho signing out, so take care, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.